All right, now I want to show you how to make two more backgrounds to fill up your last two pages on this document. So I'm going to go over here and scroll to page 4. And this time, instead of drawing one of the shapes that already comes built into InDesign, we're going to use this pen tool right here. If you click P on your keyboard, you'll locate it. So click on the pen tool, and what this does is it lets you draw your own shape and make it up. And the shape that we're going to do on this first one is just kind of like a zigzaggy lightning bolt shape. And the thing is about this one, it's very important. Do not click and then drag your mouse. You need to click and let go. Otherwise, you're going to make curves, and the curves one is not on this one. We're going to do that on the next one. So start off over on the edge of your page. Don't start inside your document. I want you to start here on the outside and just click. And you see how I made this blue point there? Do not drag. Just go somewhere else and click again. And it's kind of like connect the dots. So I want you to just make a zigzaggy thing, kind of big, with different, some short ones and tall ones, and go off to the end of your page like this. All right, and now before you stop, we're going to go back and connect the dots. So come down here and go just below that other one that you made. And we're going to make this kind of thing here where it's like this lightning bolt type of shape. So just go under each point that you created on your first pass through, like this, and then go back. And then when you get to your point where you started, see how there's a circle that shows up? You need to make sure you close your path. And when it has a little circle next to your pen tool, you know that it's closed. So there's not closed and there's closed. So I want to click on that. All right, so now I have this lightning bolt shape here, and I'm going to fill it with Tighten Blend 1 again. And I'm going to lower the opacity around 50. And then I'm going to get my selection tool, and you can kind of see what it looks like. I want to make the blend a little bit different, so I'm going to click on that tool, get my gradient tool, and this time I'm going to drag it to be this way so that I have the darks over here and the lights over there. All right, and now I'm going to just copy and paste this a bunch of times. You can just create new ones if you want, but in my case, I'm going to zoom out, Control minus, and just copy and paste the same shape a bunch of times and maybe make it a different size. I'm going to make it really big so it goes way off the page like this. You can also rotate it if you hold your cursor out to the corner of your box. See how it gives me those two arrows? It'll let me rotate it. So I can do something like this to it. And I'm going to paste another copy of it. And if you want to rotate it all the way around, you can do that. If you want to make it bigger, you can stretch it. So I just want you to put a bunch of copies of this zigzaggy shape just like you did the other shapes. All right, so I'm going to leave that one as is, and let's go to the last one. We're going to use the pen tool again for this one, but instead of having zigzags, we're going to make curves. Now, to make curves with the pen tool, you need to click and drag. So instead of going click, click, click like that, you're going to click and hold down your mouse and drag, and see how it has these handle things. So just click and drag. It doesn't matter how. Try to make them a little bit longer, I guess. Don't click and drag a little bit, but make them somewhere, I don't know, around like that. And now notice when I go to click on another point, it made it curve. So I'm going to click and drag again. I'm going to click somewhere else and drag again. So just instead of doing click and let go, this time you're going to click and drag. I'm just going to keep doing that and make this big blob shape. If you click without dragging, you're going to end up with a straight line or a hard angle. And we don't want that for this one. All right, and then I'm going to go over here and close it. See the circle that shows up? But before I let go, whoops, I'm going to drag. Now notice how it does a lot of weird things when you're dragging. This is a good assignment to learn how to use the pen tool because it really doesn't matter what your little blob shape looks like. You can't really mess up too much. All right, I'm going to click on the Tighten Blend again, and I'm going to make another one. Just click and drag. So this is a good assignment to experiment with the pen tool because you can't really mess it up too much. All right, I am going to make the blend switch the other way, so I'm going to get my gradient tool and go that way with it, and I want to lower my opacity. I didn't do that. And then get my selection tool, see, lower the opacity on this one. And then I'm just going to copy these two and paste them like I did with the zigzags. So make them overlap so that you can see the other shape coming through. You can make them bigger and rotate them a little bit. Just move them all around on your page. So now you have kind of this wavy looking pattern. So it makes a pretty cool background. All right, so there's my last background.